out last time. This is part two. So basically, yeah, I said the query of the Google thing and it kind of stopped my video. So I could say the phrase of Google and it will, this TV will respond through voice control on my remote. But I forgot to show you something right behind my monitor right here. But the first monitor I showed you on the corner of my desk. I have a Google Home Mini, which is a Nest, and it is held up by these because I don't like it being flat. I always have the mic turned off until I need it to say something, the subwoofer, which is matching to the other one way across. Anyway, got all these cords and stuff. And to keep this extension of my table from falling off, I put a lot of weighted sandbags. And those weighted sandbags are heavy, man. Each of these weigh like 2 pounds, so that's how much it needs to keep it down. Obviously got the Razer logo on that. And you'll notice that this side of the desk, when I was trying to show it in the last video, you'll notice that this whole desk is black. Well, that's because this is one big mouse pad right here. It is actually one large mouse pad that I can just... It's really thick too. It's the Gigantus that I showed you guys in the earlier video right here. Anyway, I got a little moon light. It looks like the moon. Obviously, you can't see it very well because the way the light does it. The controls for my different LED stuff around the room. This is just a box. And then if you look in the back, I tried to show you these 3 things in the last video, but I didn't show you this painting I made. This is my Japanese painting with like my name or something on it. One of my names that I use in Japanese. So I made that. It's pretty cool. Then I have all these, wires behind here that it's just abominable. Anyway, then we have, kind of the corner, on the edge of where all this desktop stuff meets right here. We have another Japanese art thing right here. In the last video I showed you the Japanese art on the wall over there. But now I'm showing you this one. This one I like more because of the shape. It's a hexagonal shape. And then if you go down, kind of see like that. Anyway, if we go down, we have the boxes for my Viper Ultimate and my original Viper that I gave away. So we have that. That's in that corner. And then a, Japanese lantern. And this is a really old Japanese, like the last one I showed you in the previous video was basically a tiger from China. But this one is actually Japanese. As you can see, in China they don't have torii gates in their culture, and the way it's drawn is slightly different in variation. So that one's really old. I don't know how old it is. Then I have, a blackboard for writing chalk on, and then my grip tape stuff that box. And then like a tack board with, a necklace and this. And then we have, in the last video I showed these 2 walls. Now we have this last part of my room. So this last part of my room is just this corner right here. Actually, I think I showed this to you already. Yes, I did. I already showed you that. Except, I didn't show you the shadow helmet. The shadow helmet is the one I got for my skateboarding. Anyway, that's basically my room, except one more thing. I got little lighting underneath that goes underneath this table, kind of lights it up. And, my laundry bins, of course. And then I forgot to show you 2 more things. Or 3, I guess. Made this Japanese scroll thing right here on my own by painting. And it's pretty nice. It has 2 characters. This painting right here I bought. And it's really nice as well. And then, just this little thing to fill in the negative space on my wall. So here's kind of a look of my entire room. Slowly, you can kind of see my entire room. If I could show it. And it's pretty dang... Oh, let me turn the brightness up. Pretty dang cool. You can see it from many different angles. Now, I've yet to cover my ceiling with stuff because I want to do that. I want to have stuff draping from my ceiling. That's from one angle of my room. Let's go to my bedside. Do my room from that angle. It's really nice, right? So, and then after I'm done getting all my 4 angles here, I'm going to show you what it looks like in the dark too. Because it really looks cool with all the lighting and stuff like that. Okay, let's do it from... I won't step on my bed, mess up the sheets. Very meticulous about how I do my sheets. Okay. Dang it, I hate crimpling my sheets. Anyway, here's a view of the room from... Come on, light. Source. Okay, I gotta focus it on something that's not bright. Here's my room from this angle and all my streaming stuff and all that. It's pretty cool, if I can focus. And then let's go back to that last corner, because that's like kind of cool looking too from this side. And there's the last corner, you know. So my room's kind of pretty cool. It looks a little messy right now. You know, it looks kind of messy with the cords hanging out and stuff, but that's basically it. Now let's turn off the lights. Oh, forgot to show you my key rack. Actually, probably already showed you that. It's only been like, oh, forgot the lights are already off. This is how it looks like in the dark. Usually keep it like this all the time, man. You know, I keep it like this most of the time. I don't usually let much light in during the day. I open the curtains during the night, so then when the light comes in the morning, it can help wake me up. This is my, you know, unit. It's pretty cool. My little Razer mouse. Yeah, so that's it for my room, man. Oh, I forgot one more thing. That's a little thing to cover the cords underneath the, yeah. That's pretty much what I got in my room. I also got one more thing. I keep saying one more thing, but it's really not the one more thing. I got some weird mushroom growing in here with a filter on it. I think it's just become mold and it's died. I don't think it's anything anymore now. So that was... I had Venus flytraps in here before, but they all died. Every single one of them. I mean, of course they're made to die. That's how Walmart wants to do that. Walmart is not a good place to buy a lot of plants from, and then maybe I'll show you my closet. It's kind of not a good place to go into. It's so bad in that closet, man. It's like a boogeyman is hiding in there, and he's just living in there, I guess, and just it's kind of terrible to look at. I might be able to turn on my flash. That's just all the clothes on the bottom, a few cans, you know, and you know it's actually too dark to see the closet, so I can't really. But yeah, I just have my snow boots for when I'm skiing and stuff like that. A few hangers, the box for my TLC, Roku, not Roku, Google TV and stuff like that. Got this lock box I have right here. And then here's the frame for my bed, because, you know, I didn't like having it standing up off the floor, so I put part of it underneath the futon. And then here's all the stuff inside, you know. That's not very much, you know. But the clothes down here is kind of needs to be fixed. Anyway, thanks guys for the... I had to turn this around obviously because, you know, I can't flip the camera on the thing, but yeah, that's my room, and yeah, fully functioning adult I am. I am not some schizo or anything like that, so don't be like, oh, you're schizo because you got all this stuff in your room, or you're schizo, you know. And to be honest, most of what I do on this computer is doxing people who are pedos, man. I dox predators, and I do a lot of hacking into my own system and networking stuff and communicating with the nightops.net, which is a covert, you know, guerrilla warfare unit that I learned ninja stuff. Anyway, the ninja stuff is for another day. Anyway, that's my room, and thanks guys for taking the time to look at this, because, you know, obviously I don't care what I have, but, you know, it's nice to kind of show what I've been blessed with in this life, you know. I would be considered wealthy in many countries, but in America, this is like a lot of people have more than what I got. So it's kind of subjective. Wealth is subjective, and it's not to be relied upon for any kind of comfort, you know. It kind of helps to have, you know, resources here and there, but wealth ain't gonna get you into heaven, and wealth ain't gonna give you peace. Only Jesus Christ can. John 3:16, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Not, God so loved the world that he did this and that so that you can get rich or become super poor. You know? It says, you know, I think it has to do with, like, do the will and work of God, and then these things will be added to you. So, I'm not talking about believing, but, like, you know, when you preach the gospel and you do all these other stuff, who knows? You know, some people are not blessed with wealth, but obviously in my life I have been in places where I haven't been. You know, I'm not saying if you believe in Jesus, you're going to get any of this, man. In fact, I'm not saying I'm lucky. Who knows? I could have just got this on my own. Worked for it. Anyway, what I'm saying is what I have here is not anything close to giving me peace or comfort as Jesus Christ can, you know? So I'm not gonna like say, oh well, you know, I have all this stuff, so now I can boast about it, because it's obviously something that has been given to me as a blessing, but it can easily be taken away. You see what Job went through. God, he lost everything. God didn't take it away, Satan did, but he lost everything, So I can't boast in all this and then say, that I'm doing fine. Because, boasting about something like this is not even something to boast about. It's boasting about stuff you have, boasting about your flesh, boasting about your works. It's never a good thing, man. So, if you want to be saved, believe the gospel. Jesus Christ died for your sins, buried, and rose again on the third day. If you want stuff like this, you gotta work for it, man. Literally got to work to get stuff, physical stuff, man. It says in the Bible, if man don't work, you don't eat, man. So I'm not saying God's gonna make you rich. In fact, a lot of people end up poor and still, are content with what they have. I'm just saying, to get this kind of stuff, you need a job, man. You need to get a job. Don't rely on me or don't rely on God to give you to make you rich and wealthy or anything like that, because it's not going to work. God doesn't care if you're rich or if you're poor. He cares about your heart. He cares about what you've believed. If you've trusted in the Messiah, this is just like something that I've been blessed with and happen to be lucky with. Not all this I bought. A lot of this is just most of this stuff I got at the thrift store, man. Besides the computer and a few of the posters and other Japanese stuff, but most of the electronics here I got from the thrift store and made myself. So it doesn't show to prove that I'm wealthy. In fact, I don't make barely any income. I just don't spend it wisely. Anyway, guys, have a nice one. And remember, stay safe out there. Probably avoid some woke people, and don't be flexing, your wealth to people on the street, okay? I think it's okay for believers to tell each other what they've been blessed with, but if we include that in the gospel, it's going to make a prosperity gospel and just taints it. So if you're going to show what you have, keep it within the Christian community, because people are going to assume that you got this all because you believed in Jesus. So, I'd like to see what you guys got in your homes, like what your guys' rooms looks like. This was mostly showing my room. It wasn't even showing my wealth, because I don't care about that. In fact, there's a lot of other stuff I have that I could show you, but that's not reasonable. It's just too much. Anyway, I want to see what your guys' rooms look like. Like, people my age, of course, because 30-year-old's not going to be interested in decorating their room as much as someone my age who's like 19. Interested in Japanese culture and, infatuated with culture, the language and all that. Someone like me is going to invest my time in making my room look nice. I'm a lot about the aesthetic, but I'm not about the exterior when it comes to works or righteousness, because that just doesn't work. People see through the bullcrap. But this is just my room, man. Where I sleep, where I dwell, needs to be a nice place. So, anyway, have a nice one, everyone. God bless you. And, I forgot. My birthday also passed. So, wish me a happy birthday, I guess. My birthday was on August 4th, and it's August 6th right now. So, wish me a happy birthday. And if anybody else has a birthday come out, I would like to wish you a happy birthday. See you guys later. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And peace out.